everybody, welcome back to another episode of Interceptor Researches with Religion in Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV was released in 1991, and it really goes back and builds on the Final Fantasy II style with distinct characters, but now they actually do have set classes and more character development. Whether or not it's good can be a matter of debate, but they are there. And what was startling in reviewing it was that the story has evolved so much that the game really focuses entirely on human versus human, or Lunarian or dwarf or whatever action. There is an underworld, a main world, and the moon, but those are all places of created civilization, right? The humans don't worship the dwarves who live in the underworld, and the dwarves in the underworld aren't evil, they're just dwarves, and the people on the moon are just superpowered people. In very, very short, and this whole video will be very, very short because there's not really much religion in Final Fantasy IV, the good guys fight the bad guys, but bad guys are mind-controlled by a person from the moon who wants to destroy humanity and colonize the Earth. And the crystals in this game, rather than being this semi-divine, elemental power, reaching balance, etc., they are just kind of tools and keys for the technology that the Lunarians have developed. So, yeah, no Zoroastrian, no Christian, no, nothing. It's really just a human story. They do make some references to religious elements. I mean, there's a prayer attack, they're praying a lot, there's prophecy, the Tower of Babel exists, but the underlying theme is about civilization and evolution, and the idea that if you're more advanced, quote-unquote, do you have a right to destroy others? You know, what is your role? And I've never played the After Years, but from looking through the Wikia, it seems that it's simply the same theme continued, and now they have to fight something called the Creator, because this person did create a lot that our heroes interact with to test theories of evolution and everything, but the Creator is still a created. The Creator is still a remnant of a previous civilization, so there's still no first cause, there's still no unmoved mover, there's still no being that exists without being set in motion. So there are no gods in this world. There's no religion. Somehow Cecil still seems to have a moral code, but it's all very unstable. The only reference that I saw and that I can remember going through, Muhammad is the god of the Idola, but even then, he still just lives on the moon, so I think God is more of just a title? So I actually don't have much to say about Final Fantasy IV, because again, even though, say, the Tower of Babel is there, and it does get you from the underworld to the overworld, and there's that giant of Babel that's going to destroy the world, it's really just more of a reference to the fact that this thing is going to destroy the world, and less of any commentary on human nature and its relationship to gods, because they don't seem to exist. Or at least they're not talked about. They're just the moon. Aliens from the moon. It's probably because I'm such a big fan of the Highlander franchise that I'm extremely disappointed whenever the answer is they came from another planet. Or maybe it's because I have a PhD in classics and I'm extremely disappointed with the History Channel and that it came from aliens. That's what Final Fantasy IV is about. It was aliens. Hopefully Final Fantasy V will get us back onto some sort of more grand story. Maybe that's why I don't like Final Fantasy IV that much. Maybe that's really the answer. It's just not enough. Anyway, sorry for the delay in this video, especially since it ended up being really not a video. I figured I would have more to say, but then I looked through Final Fantasy IV, and for all its really complicated plots and the Archfiends, and I mean the Archfiends are named after creatures from Dante's Inferno, so connected to hell, etc., etc. But again, there's like nothing more to it in-game. So hopefully 5 will give us more, if not 6. 6 gives us a lot to chew on. So until then, Interceptor out.